Have you ever heard of a man who advised a powerful queen, studied the stars like a scientist, and yet secretly claimed he could speak to angels in a language no human ever heard? A man who believed he was chosen to unlock the hidden architecture of the universe, like a bridge between science and heaven. Tonight, we step into the forgotten world of John Dee, the royal magician of England. Born in 1527, John Dee was no ordinary scholar. He became the personal advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, the most influential woman on earth. He advised her on politics, war strategies, navigation routes, and even the exact timing of her coronation by calculating movements of planets and stars. Dee believed that mathematics wasn't just numbers, it was the language of God. To him, the cosmos itself was a grand book, written by a divine hand, waiting to be read by those brave enough to ask forbidden questions. Behind royal walls, he lived a double life. The world saw a brilliant mathematician, the queen saw a trusted counselor, but in secret, Dee believed he could communicate with divine beings, angels, through a mysterious language called Enochian. He wasn't a crazed wizard. He was a man obsessed with ancient knowledge. His personal library was the largest in England, bigger than university libraries, filled with rare manuscripts about astronomy, alchemy, sacred geometry, and occult philosophy. While Europe was burning people for witchcraft, Dee was using precise measurements, star charts, and symbols to try and understand spiritual forces. His obsession led him to a strange black object, an obsidian mirror, polished so carefully that it reflected like liquid darkness. Dee believed this mirror wasn't a normal stone, it was a doorway, a device for angelic communication. Today, that same mirror sits inside the British Museum, locked behind glass, watched by millions who have no idea of the secrets it might hold. Dee called it a Shew-stone, a stone that shows truth. Using it, he and his partner recorded messages in the angelic language Enochian, words that came letter by letter, symbol by symbol. Enochian wasn't random scribbles. It had a complete alphabet, grammar, and vocabulary. Modern linguists are confused by it because the patterns resemble no European language. Some structures look ancient, close to Sumerian logic. Others hint at Semitic influence. How could a Renaissance scholar invent something like that from thin air? Was it divine inspiration or something more psychological, perhaps even manipulation? Dee didn't work alone. His partner was a mysterious figure named Edward Kelley, an alchemist with a criminal past and a strange talent for visions. Kelley claimed he could see angels speaking through the mirror and would describe their messages while Dee wrote them down. But was Kelley a true medium or a clever manipulator who controlled the mind of one of England's greatest scholars? The most shocking moment came when an angelic message told them to share everything, including their wives. Imagine the emotional storm. The most respected intellectual in the kingdom, convinced that the command to exchange wives came from heaven. That single moment shattered Dee's family, broke his confidence, and destroyed his public reputation. But here's where the story gets even more mysterious. Dee wasn't just chasing angels for spiritual answers, he was shaping world politics. He coined the term British Empire and gave the Queen early strategic ideas for overseas expansion. His navigation charts and star calculations helped English explorers travel across oceans, laying the foundation for future colonies. Some historians argue that without Dee's influence, the story of America might look very different today. But genius often comes with enemies. Dee's growing influence attracted church suspicion and political jealousy. Priests whispered that Dee was a sorcerer, scholars mocked his obsession with angels, and spies reported that his experiments were too dangerous. His home was attacked by an angry mob, his priceless library was destroyed, and the man who once stood beside a queen died poor, alone, and surrounded by rumors of demons and madness. The strangest detail is that some of Dee's final writings, his last angelic conversations, vanished from history. To this day, no one knows where they went. Were they burned, hidden, preserved by secret societies? Enochian symbols later appeared in occult groups like the Golden Dawn, inspired Aleister Crowley, and even fascinated modern intelligence programs studying remote viewing. So who was John Dee really? A scientific visionary centuries ahead of his time? A man manipulated by illusions created by a cunning partner? A religious mystic who believed angels carried the original blueprint of the universe? Or a bridge between the measurable world of science and the invisible world of belief? One thing we do know is that John Dee believed that reality has layers we cannot see, that the universe is alive with hidden intelligence, waiting for someone curious enough to ask the impossible question. And maybe, just maybe, he found answers the world wasn't ready to understand. His story forces us to ask, where do we draw the line between genius and madness, between divine messages and human imagination, between science and magic? Today, John Dee is a ghost in history, walking between those worlds. If you want more forbidden stories like this, strange, untold, and hidden from the official version of history, like, subscribe, and stay with me, because the truth is far stranger than what the world teaches us.